Hello everyone, and welcome back to Stunt Fight TV Live. This is episode 11, and in episode 11 we're going to talk about stunt doubles. So I'll present you a clip with Cynthia Rothrock in Righting Wrongs, also starring Yun Biao. I believe it's from 1985, a really amazing film. And what I'll do, I'll just go through the clip and then we'll break it down again and we'll talk a little bit about stunt doubles. And it's really interesting how the Asians are able to use this stunt double, which is very different to how Hollywood uses stunt doubles. So just briefly, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Philippe Deseck. I've been working in the film industry for over 25 years as a stunt actor, now assistant stunt coordinator. And the reason for me putting those clips together, Stunt Fight TV Live, is to give you viewers a bit of an idea what it takes to put an action scene together. So back in my day, just to tell you a little bit about myself, back in my day there was no internet, there was nothing. I was totally obsessed with Asian action films, films in general, but I just had no idea how those films are put together. So there was no way of finding out, and what we do was just get a little camera, actually a big camera because there were no small cameras back in those days, and we'd just film sequences and just try and figure stuff out, and it was so hard. But it was a journey, it was a different journey, and because we didn't have anyone that worked in the film industry, didn't have any contacts, didn't know where to find contacts, yeah, it was a nightmare. So today we are very fortunate to have the internet. We have so much accessibility to training. We have access to people who work in the industry, and that side of things is a lot easier. But it's still not easy to actually get into the industry. It's still a bit of a challenge. But nevertheless, access to information is right at your fingertips. So what I want to do is to share my knowledge of what I've learned throughout the years, and yeah, I mean, it's one of my passions, and I obviously love the filmmaking side as well of things. I love the editing side. I'm very passionate about Asian films, and I'd like to share a little bit of my knowledge of what I've learned, and yeah, and what I do with my students and the results that my students are getting with me. So without further ado, I'll play the clip. It's a clip from Righting Wrongs with Cynthia Rothrock, and fighting scenes in that film are just phenomenal. I mean, Yun Biao is just an amazing martial artist, amazing performer, artist. He was one of the three brothers, so he had Jackie Chan, Sammo Hung, and Yun Biao, and he was more the acrobat and a super talented performer, Yun Biao, and I love his films. And apparently a really nice guy as well, so it would be great to meet him one day. So without further ado, I'll just play the clip. The clip is just under a minute, and once we've played it, then we'll go through again, and then we'll point out where they put in stunt doubles, etc.
Et merde, tu vas pas me faire ça, je voulais juste te plaisanter un peu. Pas moi.
Excellent. So yeah, that was a whole clip. As you can see, there are no master shots. Really important, no master shots, and I'm not a fan of master shots. I think master shots kind of hide. Yeah. To me, shooting master shots is to ask for a lot of problems. There are advantages and disadvantages, but I'm not really a master shot person. So this is all shot in segments, so you can see that everything is really clear. So the taking of the gun, all the little moves. But this is not about the master shots. This is about the stunt doubles. So we'll just go through it again. So did any one of you spot where they put the doubles? Because Cynthia Rothrock was doubled a few times in the scene. And did anyone spot where the doubles were? So we'll just go frame by frame again. You take down the volume a little bit so you can hear me talk. That was nice. So again, just quickly, as you can see, they shoot action and reaction. And that's something that Hollywood doesn't do either. So here is the action. The kick, change camera, swap to reaction. Now the good thing about that is you can focus on what the main actor has done. And when you can focus on what they've done, on the result of their action, then that kind of accentuates their power as well. It shows them in a more light, in a more powerful light. Whereas if you do everything in one shot, you don't really see their power doesn't really come through. Do it in segments, their power comes through a lot more. And again, really good framing. And in this film, the framing is phenomenal. As you can see, there's a lot of steady camera shots, not moving cameras too much. The camera just moves with the action, but it's not like shaking around. And the framing is absolutely perfect. So you've got the guy landing, his foot's kind of in the middle of the screen, but then you've got Cynthia on the corner of the right side of the screen, and she's beautifully in frame so we can see everything nice and clear. So we'll just keep moving on. There you go. So let's move back. As she goes to jump, boom, we swap to the stunt double. And that's nice. So as you can see, they actually used a guy to just double Cynthia, and they didn't even bother putting a white blonde wig on his head. He just kept his hair. All they did was put a skirt and the blouse, shoes, and that was it. So let's move it again. As she jumps, boom, there he is. Stunt double, amazing. And obviously, once you know it, you cannot but not see it. It's kind of the pink elephant syndrome. Once you know it, then you can't, can't not unsee or not see it. But if you don't really know it, it's really hard to spot because all these things happen really, really fast. Yeah, play it again. This is really, really short clips. And there again. Let's go back. So there she is. As she starts the spin continues with the same guy, which is a bloke. So really amazing, you know. And again, they didn't even bother to put a wig on him. That's, you know, as is, but phenomenal. I mean, really phenomenal. And again, if you didn't know, it's really hard to spot. You know, but once you know it, it's like, oh god. But you see how much you can get away with, you know. And I think in Hollywood, when they use doubles, they mainly make a huge thing about, you know, the person has to match every centimeter. Everything has to be 100% perfect. You know what? End of the day, it doesn't really matter. The amount of shots that we're using, and for the length that we're using the shots, you can get away with a lot. But see, their filming technique is a little bit different to Hollywood, and maybe that's why Hollywood can't get away with doing this kind of stuff, because they shoot in a completely different way. And those shots happen really, really fast. If you go back, you'll see it's only like a few seconds, a couple of frames, boom, and then action, reaction. So as you can see, that was the action. Started with a clean frame, and then the guy goes into the frame and the reaction. So all that's separate. Cool, let's play it again. Boom, back. Perfect. I'm not even sure if that was a double as well. On the table, let's go back. Yeah, there it is as well. So as she goes to roll back, and cut to the guy as well. And you can see again, and again, and there's the illusion, you know. Here she's got legs wrapped around his head, but to make him spin, he unwraps his legs and just spins on the table, and he just does a reaction onto the table. Boom, beautiful. And again, it's all about the illusion. You know, Hollywood would probably want to do that in one go and try and figure out how can we do this in one go, whereas you don't need to do it in one go. If you do it in segments, if you do it in a master shot, then yeah, it is a lot harder to do, even performance-wise. And to try and get the shot and doing it over and over and over again, you know, it just creating time issues, injury issues, by trying to do that shot in a master shot. Whereas if you do it in segments, all you do is take the shot, cut, unwrap the legs, he just goes back on the table, he just does a reaction, lands on the table, done. I mean, that happens really, really fast. You can do these shots really fast. And that's why if you all speak the same language, then it becomes a lot easier to shoot at a lot faster pace, because you know exactly what to do, you know exactly what moves you need for what camera angle, and you just get the shots that you need and you move on. And you can work really fast and efficiently like that. If you try and do all that in one shot, oh man, it's such hard work. Such hard work. Let's play that again. Boom. Beautiful. So yeah, that's I'll try and find a couple more clips. There's another clip with Steven Seagal, and there's a fight scene where, you know, I would say 85% of the fight scene is not him, but it looks like it's him, you know. And it's I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's directed by Tony, a Chinese director. I forgot what his name is, Tony something. But I'll try and find that clip. It's an American film, but directed by a Chinese action director, and he too has done amazing films. So I'll try and analyze that as well, so you can see as well how differently he shoots Seagal using a double. Excellent. So I hope that's quite useful. I mean, if you have any questions, or if you have any other clips that you have any suggestions or would like to talk about or would like to show me, then please post them on the wall, and I'll be glad to have a look at it and yeah, talk more about this stuff. So thank you very much again for looking. I am doing a free online training on the 7th of May, and I just opened a Facebook page where the free online training will happen. So if you want to be part of this Facebook page, then please click on the link. I'll put a link in there as well. And yeah, you can start your journey to becoming either a great on-screen fighter, or if you want to learn more skills, then yeah, this is the place to be as well. So thank you again very much, everyone. Thank you for listening, and again, if you have any questions, please let me know, and I'll be glad to help and serve to the best of my ability. So thank you very much, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.